Dear teachers, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to Know It All, the World Teachers Quiz 2020. Before we take you into the quarter-final here today, it's our pleasure and privilege to introduce to you your host, a teacher, an academic, an alumnus of NITK Surathkal, where she went on to actually become a professor. She decided to pursue her passion for being a knowledge show host and has been an excellent one at that over the last decade. She's the only lady to have hosted shows across Asia in the quizzing domain. She is also the co-founder of the teachertribe.world, which actually brings this quiz to you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to welcome our host today, Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ever World Teachers Quiz, Know It All by teachertribe.world. Conceptualized by a veteran in education with over 30 years of experience. She's a poet, a writer, and a teacher herself, Mrs. Rama Ranganathan. Teachertribe.world and TCS ION came together to take her concept global. Teachertribe.world has just one single objective, and that is to celebrate the teacher. With over 12,000 teachers taking part from all over the world, now we have shortlisted the top 32 teachers for the quarterfinals. We have completed 3 quarterfinals, and now we have arrived at the final quarterfinal. These teachers have jumped through many hoops to reach this quarterfinal. Let's see how well they do here to move on to the semi-final. Good luck to all you teachers. Let me quickly introduce them to you so you know who they are. First up, we have Miss Vijay Sebastian from Indian School, Muscat. There she is. Up next, we have Chandralekha from Army Public School, Bangalore. We have Jaya John from Indian School, Muscat. Up next, we have Kaveri Chakrabarti from Sanchez Elementary School, US. Following her, we have Mallika Kaleem from Srimati C.B. Adarsh Vidya Mandir Junior College in Nagpur. And we have Rubina Khan from Indian School, Al Gobra, Muscat. Finally, completing our lineup, we have Sarabjit Singh from Sri Venkateshwara International School, Delhi. All right, they are our finalists in the quarterfinal. Remember, teachers, we have 4 spaces remaining in the semi-final, which means 4 out of you will qualify to the semi-final. This round is all about qualifying to the semi-final, not necessarily about winning this round. So play your strategies right. Try not to take too many negatives, but then you know your strategies better than anyone else. So good luck to you. Let's start the quiz. Question number 1 of the 4th quarterfinal. Here we go. Who was the first person to hit a golf ball on the moon? Your options, I have 2 options for you. Oh, okay. They don't need an option at all, and Ms. Kaveri has already gone on the buzzer. Yes, ma'am, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin, she says. Well, -1 to you, ma'am. Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. The first one to hit a golf ball on the moon was Alan Shepard. He was another American astronaut, and he was the first one to hit a golf ball on the moon. The kind of records people set, right? All right, moving on to question number 2. Here we go. Josh Dan heads the Ad Astra School. Who has privately funded this unconventional school? He's an entrepreneur. He's a huge entrepreneur, and you would probably, he in the tech field. Think of technology, huge entrepreneur, global name. The person who has privately funded the Ad Astra school. All right, going unanswered. I'm pretty sure they all know this name. The answer I was looking for, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the one who has privately funded this school. And if I'm not wrong, I think they have very few pupils as of now. I think up to 20 or so. So it's a very different concept school that they have there, the Ad Astra school. The answer I was looking for, Elon Musk. Moving on to question number 3, here we go. The Horseshoe Falls is a part of the Niagara Falls. In which country is it? No one going? All right. We have Miss Malika going on the buzzer. Yes, ma'am. If you unmute yourself and speak.
Canada.
Canada. +1 to you. She's absolutely right. The Horseshoe Falls belongs to Canada. Moving on, question number 4. Here we go. Anne Frank's The Secret Annex is better known as what? Miss Kaveri on the buzzer there. I think she's very keen to negate and nullify the -1 that she got. Yes, ma'am. Go on.
The Diary of Anne Frank.
Could you give me a slightly better answer? You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
The Diary of a Young Girl.
You're absolutely right, ma'am. +1 to you. The Diary of a Young Girl, the answer I was looking for. She gets it right and she negates the -1 that she has. Well, that's a good game. Let's move on to question number 5. Here we go. Which popular place in Germany is known for its cuckoo clocks? It also shares its name with the flavor of a cake. Miss Rubina going there on the buzzer. Yes, ma'am. You can unmute yourself and speak.
Trebek.
All right. She has given the answer, but sorry, ma'am, that's not the right one. -1 to you. The answer I was looking for, no points. I can see multiple of you raising your hands. No points, Malika, ma'am, but you can try. No points. Go on.
Black Forest.
You're absolutely right. Black Forest is the answer I was looking for. That's the reason I said a flavor of a cake. I just thought that would make it a little more easier to answer. All right, moving on. Rubina ma'am and Kaveri ma'am, I request you to please mute yourselves. Before we move on, let me quickly, for your consumption, let me tell you where all of you stand. Ms. Malika on +1, and we have Ms. Rubina who just took -1. Otherwise, rest of you are on nil. Still a good place to be because we have 5 more questions remaining. So don't worry about it at all. You can very easily qualify even with a score of 1. So don't worry about that. Moving on to the next question. Question number 6. Here we go. Which place gets its name from a white flower that grew on mangrove trees, locally known as Nillard? It is spelled Nilad. Let me repeat the question. Which place gets its name from a white flower that grew on mangrove trees, locally known as Nillard? This is a capital city of a nation. The answer I'm looking for is a capital city of a nation. All right, no one tried. The answer I was looking for was Manila, capital of Philippines. Well, moving on to the next question, question number 7 of the game. Here we go. Copenhagen's Tivoli Gardens was an inspiration for the creation of which famous amusement park in the world? Miss Kabari is gone on the buzzer. She's the only one to go on the buzzer, actually. Yes, ma'am. Go on.
Disneyland.
+1. She's absolutely right. Disneyland, the answer I was looking for. She gets a +1 on that. Moving on, 3 more questions remaining. Question number 8, here we go. Lee Kuan Yew was a famous world leader from which country? I'll spell that out for you. LEEKUANYEW. Mr. Sarabjit has gone on the buzzer. Yes, sir. Please unmute yourself and speak.
I think it's Singapore.
Singapore, he says, and he's absolutely right. +1 to you. Singapore was the answer I was looking for. Oh, look how happy he is. He's all smiles now. You're on +1. A good place to be when we have 2 more questions remaining. Let me quickly tell you where our contestants stand. We have Miss Malika, Miss Kaberi, and Sarabjit, all of them on +1. And we have Miss Rubina on -1. But we have 2 more questions remaining. She can still negate that negative and get a +1. The rest of you also have a good chance to get a +1. If 2 of you get a +1, we have a tiebreaker. Else, we'll see what happens on who moves on to the semi-final. Remember, 4 of you will qualify to the semi-final. Let's move on to the penultimate question of this quarterfinal. Here we go. The name of which place means father of the gazelle, which literally, when it is literally translated from Arabic. I'll repeat that. The name of which place means father of the gazelle when it is literally translated from Arabic. Mr. Sarabjit is on the buzzer. Yes, sir. Go on.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, +1 to you. He's on 2 points now. I think he is where he's sealed the deal on moving on to the semi-final with 2 points. I don't really think he's going to lose out on a place of getting into the semi-final. He's absolutely right. Abu Dhabi, the answer I was looking for. 1 final question remaining. Well, as of now, unless Miss Malika and Kaberi take a -1 each, they too look quite safe. Well, let's see what happens. The final question of this quarterfinal. Here we go. Who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Miss Kaveri going on the buzzer there. She's the first one to buzz. Yes, ma'am. Go on.
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl. She's absolutely right. +1 to you. Well, we have completed our quarterfinal. Let me tell you the scores. We have Ms. Sarabjit and Ms. Kaberi both on 2 points each. We have Ms. Malika on 1. And all 3 of them qualify to the semi-final. But we have 1 more place remaining in the semi-final. And that takes me to the tiebreaker. 3 of them on a tiebreaker, 1 place in the semi-final remaining. The final place remaining in the semi-final. All right, good luck to all you teachers. The 3 of you will play for this place. All right, the question coming up. Which former US president was initially a radio announcer, actor, spokesperson for the company General Electric Theatre? The question for the 3 of them, I'll repeat that question for you. Which former US president was initially a radio announcer, an actor, spokesperson for the company General Electric Theatre? Miss Jaya going on the buzzer. Yes, ma'am. I think she's taking a chance. Ma'am, you could unmute yourself and speak. Your mic is mute.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, she says. Well, sorry, ma'am. Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. -1 to you on that. We continue the tiebreaker with Biji ma'am and Chandralekha ma'am. Second tiebreaker, 2 more remaining in the tiebreaker. Here it goes. Which garment gets its name from the Greek word sukos, which means a comic actor shoe, and entered the Old English meaning light shoe before it entered mainstream English? I'll repeat that for you. I know it's a longer question. Which garment gets its name from the Greek word sukos, which meant a comic actor shoe, and entered the Old English meaning light shoe before it entered mainstream English? A garment is what I'm looking for as an answer. I thought there are a lot of clues with what I said here. The Greek word sukos. All right, both of them are not trying. I didn't think this was that complicated, honestly. No one trying. Oh, okay. I expected one of you to at least guess it correctly. The answer I was looking for, socks. The answer is quite simple, right? Socks is what I was looking for. This is something all of you must always watch out with the quiz master. The answer can be extremely simple. We know very well how to complicate a question. All right, let me move on to the next question. Okay, the Bond and the Kid went through the sunny side along with the professor to gain some limelight in the modern times on payday. Who are we talking about? There are a lot of clues in what I said. Listen to me very carefully. The Bond and the Kid went through the sunny side along with the professor to gain some limelight in the modern times on payday. Who are we talking about? A great entertainer, a global name. Miss Chandralekha is on the buzzer. Yes, ma'am. You can unmute yourself and speak. Ma'am, you need to unmute yourself. Your mic is on mute. If you just, yes, go on.
Yeah, could you just repeat the question once more?
The Bond and the Kid went through the sunny side along with the professor to gain some limelight in the modern times on payday. Whom am I talking about? You're on the buzzer, ma'am.
Is it a play, My Fair Lady?
Oh, -1 to you, ma'am. I said who was I talking about? And I mentioned that it's a great entertainer known globally. Charlie Chaplin was the answer I was looking for. I think you got a little carried away while you knew the answer. Maybe if you had just thought through all the titles that I weaved into a statement, you would have guessed the answer right. Well, then we have a decision here. Biji ma'am is moving to the semi-finals only because she understood the value of not taking a chance when she's unsure of the answer. The value of staying quiet sometimes actually takes you through to the semi-final. So congratulations to all of you. The 4 of you have made it to the semi-final. Let me just tell you who they are. We have Ms. Malika, Ms. Kaveri, Mr. Sarabjit, and Ms. Biji from Muscat who have moved to the semi-final. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being a part of this quarter-final. Stay tuned. We have semi-finals coming up, and it only gets interesting from here. So stay tuned and be back.